I'm joined in studio by members of the Golden Calgarians who are in the middle of cross-Canada tour.
Bonjour, Canada.
What did you think of the spread we had for you upstairs? Quite a reception.
It was great.
It's a nice
Those
buffet.
meatballs were incredible.
I was hoping you'd bring me down some helium balloons, but I guess you
They
didn't
were all gone.
Being on the air and that, you want to alterate
do
your
anything
voice.
to change your voice. The Calgarians are Jeff Smith on drums, backup vocals. Hi. Right.
Hi.
Okay. Doug Smith, his brother, on guitar and backup vocals.
Howdy.
Dave DeGroot on bass.
Hello.
And Bruno, lead vocalist. Compared to Iggy Pop and who else have I read comparisons?
Jim
Bruno?
Morrison.
Jim Morrison's
Closet.
right. Yeah.
Closet.
What does Jim Morrison do in the closet that he doesn't do on stage?
Yeah, right.
Well, we were
not these
wondering
days,
about
but-
that, but he's alive today. On a t-shirt.
Also comparisons to the New York Dolls, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, that's a weird.
I've just been
It's just
compared
because
to
of my hair.
Ginger Baker and Bud Rich and
Which ones do you like the best? The comparisons that have been made in the press.
New York Dolls and Iggy Pop is pretty close, probably.
probably.
That's real good, and I'm proud to share that company anytime.
Can't get much better than that.
I don't
Yeah.
think they are, though.
I want to listen to the single that you put out in 1982, just after your first independent EP. It's Fun to Be Alive.
album.
Oh, the whole album. Sorry.
No.
We'll just listen.
Desperados.
Yeah, we'll listen to New
Sing-
Desperados first, then we'll go to It's Fun to Be Alive. Okay. Golden Calgarians. Golden Calgarians in 1982, the New Desperados. Is the town that gave you your name treating you well?
No.
Never did. They hate us there.
Why did you take their name then? Why didn't you call yourself the Golden Albertans or something?
Because we're proud to be from that slime pit.
Actually, we're changing the name to the Golden Canadians.
No, we're
in the
not.
near future.
When are they going to come around in Calgary?
I don't
When
know.
we make it big out east.
Yeah, they like us more now, I think.
Are you doing that? How's the eastern part of the tour going? This isn't the first time you've been out east, right?
Yeah, no, we've been out here once before.
That's why we're back, because
Quick
it was
tour.
good enough to return. So,
But what was this? I read in graffiti the last time that you were here that you had to send your landlord out with $60 to keep you going for another week.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
you know
true.
how the press likes
Blows
to
things
manipulate
up.
facts.
But no, it was true.
yeah, we were staying in,
It's true, though.
we were staying in a Rasta apartment in Toronto, someplace that the guy couldn't pay rent, and he ran out, and we knew the slumlord, so we moved in. And then we had no money, so we phoned up our landlord and says, "Hey, Minot, we're broke." And he flies down, but
With
all he
no
had
money.
was $60.
Had no-
But still, he must really believe in you to do that. He must be one of the Calgarians that stands out among.
Well, he just
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
down
as
to
a
make
matter of
sure we
fact,
weren't spending his rent money.
Minot has been very good to us. He is financing our new EP
Yeah.
pretty
and
well.
our new tour and our new video.
He doesn't know that yet. Sorry, Minot, but you are.
And the Christmas vacations.
What about the demise of 10-foot Henrys? How is that going to affect you and the scene in
It's-
Calgary in general?
It's not
It'll
going
affect
to
us.
affect us.
It won't affect
a
us,
bit.
but it's a it is the only venue in Calgary where a new band can play and get people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only non-union place around, really. So
But I think what'll happen once it dies is that maybe people will start putting on hall gigs again, which
Yeah.
can be fun, and hopefully that will happen.
You have a good following in Edmonton, though, don't you?
It's pretty good.
I
Yeah.
haven't been there too many times, but it's been good.
Whenever we go there, we have a lot of fun.
Can you zoom up there if you want money, or is it a non-paying venture?
No?
We make a bit of money. It's worth our while to go there, for...
They have pool parties there in the summer, which
Yeah.
is something,
Yeah.
they have, open with a pool. It's just great.
Dave, by the way, is the band's resident mechanic, which is part of the reason why the tour is able to come off, right?
keeps the car going.
He used to be a stock car driver, I think.
No, he's drag
Yeah, he knew enough to
Drag race.
replace the points in the car.
An engine.
I still hear the same noise, but the points are replaced.
Every time we stop
You have to
Yeah.
integrate it into your music, that's all.
Yeah, right.
Every time we stop for gas, he gets
Don't
out the
worry.
timing light, he checks the timing, he
Write
checks
all
the
the
pressure in the
songs.
air.
Oh,
Yes.
it's going.
We are the peak of man's progression. We are the hope of civilization. We all live in the promised land. All our dreams will be realized. We are rich, we are beautiful, we are strong, we are intelligent. We are rich, we are beautiful, we are strong, we are intelligent. We are God's choice. We are God's choice. We are the golden Calgarians. We shine with our very own light. We are the golden Calgarians. Watch us shine at night. We are rich, we are beautiful, we are strong, we are intelligent. We are rich, we are beautiful, we are strong, we are intelligent. We are God's choice. We are God's choice. We are the golden Calgarians. We shine with our very own light. We are the golden Calgarians. Watch us shine at night. Well, houses out in the suburbs there. We got 3 cars for our 2-car garage. We got a couple bright sons going to college. Another baby on the way. 2 cats on the front doorstep. A dog in the backyard. Money coming out of our ears. Gold on the left, gold on the right. My right stock, bonds. Oh yeah, we own a couple. Give my regards. All beautiful gold. Calgarians. Gold. Beautiful. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Golden Calgarians from the LP It's Fun to Be Alive, released in 1982. The name of the cut was Golden Calgarians. That was your first outing on vinyl, right?
Yes.
Rubber Records?
No, our own label, Golden Rock.
Is it still around, still available?
No.
Really?
They're all gone.
Get enough orders, we'll press another 1,000.
Yeah, right. We didn't even think of sending it out, actually. We
Yeah,
didn't
that
think of
one.
mailing it to Eastern Canada. We just thought nobody's going to like this, and we just thought it was.
But you
our
still
own.
play material from it in concert, don't
Yeah.
you?
Right.
Yeah.
Sure do.
All our first few records, we just pretty well sold all 1,000 in Calgary, believe it or not.
Yeah.
This time we have 1,000 copies, but it's spread out all over Canada, and only 50 are going to Calgary this time.
You guys have a really good reputation for making positive audience contact when you're in concert. And that's something that I think a lot of young bands had trouble with. How did you learn to do that?
Bruno.
Big silence here. I thought we just insulted them.
No, it's from I was always a ham in school. I was always getting in trouble.
But you weren't taking your pants off in school, right?
I was at work, though.
What was your job before you were a singer, Bruno?
I was a nude model at the Alberta College of Art.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's serious business, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no fooling around or anything.
No real audience contact there.
No. I was kind of a ham there, too.
Graffiti said you were obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from. Maybe it was just from talking to him.
Maybe because it's true.
It's just the obscene language and it gets a bit obnoxious. It's kind of like wrestling or
We
something.
do try
all
and
the time.
rile people up a bit.
Yeah, we do a wrestling type spiel. Apparently at the Rising Sun in Montreal on the weekend, there were some female wrestlers there, and they go under the banner of the Maids of Mayhem. And apparently
name.
they witnessed their act and...
Busted loose.
yeah.
What does that mean?
Monopoly busted.
Well, what does bust loose mean?
Means about 100 different things.
It's like when
Yeah.
you bust out of the camel clutch.
You guys have also been referred to as comic book rock. And I don't know if that's a phrase that you coined yourselves or whether that's something that's been applied to you by media
Actually,
factoid exploitation.
Yeah, we coined that ourselves, actually, to try and describe what we do. Because,
Lyrically.
Yeah, well, yeah, the simplicity of the lyric and comic books, you know. Think of a comic book, Superman, the good, there's the bad, you know, everything's laid out right in front of you. There's a big beginning, a big ending, and maybe just a little in between. But I do sort of a wrestling type spiel because
It talks serious issues simplistically.
yeah.
Like herpes simplex too?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, you've been around. Feels so good when you go down. Look at all you've been through. Syphilis, yeast, gonorrhea, too. Now this time you've gone too far. You got more than you bargained for in this new car. Yeah, you are ready, you are begging to please. You contracted an incurable disease. I don't wanna make love to you. Let's find something else to do. You've got herpes, get back to. I don't want to get it from you. Say herpes, get back to. Herpes, get back to. Herpes, get back to. Herpes, get back to. along with you. Let's find something else to do. You've got herpes simplex too. I don't want to get from you. I said herpes simplex too. Herpes simplex too. Herpes simplex too. I don't want to get from you. No.
Now isn't it? See the wall that I made, big wall unpaid. Got a call on the telephone line, ring ring in my mind. How did they know that I was alone? Didn't think that it showed. I got a message from my mama, mama. She say rockets like a comet, don't take too long. I got a message from my mama, mama. She said, son, right what you did, then it's all gone. Son, right what you did, then it's all gone. So the world ends at 10. What'll I do until then? Have a drink and a cigarette. Lock myself into the closet. I can see the end of time. It's an open door, locked on the other side. Making love like you were mine. Sex under missiles, breaking up the rhyme. Got a message from my mama, mama. She say rockets like a comet, don't take too long. I got a message from my mama, mama. She said, son, right what you did, then it's all gone. Son, right what you did, then it's all gone. Rockets like a comet, don't take too long. That I built, silly house now, isn't it? See the walls that I made, silly walls unpaid. Got a message from my mama. She say rockets like a comet, don't take too long. Got a message from my mama. She say son, right what you did, then it's all gone. Sex under missiles, breaking up the rhyme. Sex under missiles, working overtime. Sex under missiles, breaking up the rhyme. Sex under missiles, working overtime.
From last year's LP, Savage Love on Rubber Records, the Golden Calgarians with Sex Under Missiles. And before that, Herpes Simplex 2 from the LP, It's Fun to Be Alive, released in 1982. The Calgarians are Jeff Smith, Doug Smith, Bruno, and Dave DeGrood. And Bruno was just saying that Sex Under Missiles is supposed to be his lyric masterpiece.
Yeah, I don't know how that came about.
The sun rises twice today, and then it's all gone.
Sure is, Brent.
Tell me about Vladivostok Rock.
Okay, well, Vladivostok is near, is it the Kamchatka Strait? Around Bering Strait, where the KL-007 was shot down, that jetliner with all those people aboard. And it's right over a
military, obviously,
well,
007. Come on.
But that's right over some sensitive military installations with a lot of submarines and nuclear stuff over there. So Vladivostok Rock, it rhymed, and I kind of like that idea. So Russia, and we just mixed rock and roll and
The Russian night.
By the way, a friend of Minot's took that record to Russia. He took 10 copies over
Smuggled
there.
them in.
yeah, got him into the Politburo and gave it to the
Minot,
kids.
by the way, is our landlord. Hello,
What?
Minot.
When's it going to be released from Russia?
Oh, no, it's already in there.
We're working out
But
a
is Minot
licensing
out?
deal.
That's the thing.
Oh, Minot, no.
Minot's been on the
he
show,
did
actually.
not take it.
Yeah, Minot
Yeah.
was on the show.
He was on the show, and we're sorry
Yeah.
about that.
We were
didn't
supposed
mean to inflict that.
Oh, we're not. He was a great
He was
guest.
great.
Yeah, we were supposed to do the show, but we had to leave, so we sent our landlord instead.
No, but I can't say that it was good because he's listening right now, and I got to bug him a bit.
We're part of his band. We're the Sons. We're half the Sons.
So what, we're going to play Vladivostok Rock
That's
now?
right. Here it is.
Right on.
We were rocking, yeah, rocking in the red square. We were rocking, we were rolling there. We were hired by the CIA to rock and roll for Destiny Day. We were rocking for the KGB. Didn't want to, but it had to be. Rockin' with the Romanovs. Rockin' with the Romanovs. We rock. We were rockin', yeah, for the Moscow girls. We were rolling there for the Western world. Rock and roll in the Russian night. Microwave relay to the satellite. Doing it like we learned. Playing rock and roll till the world got burned. Vladivostok rock. Rock with the Romanovs. Vladivostok rock. Rockin' with the Romanovs. We rock. We were rocking, yeah, when the missiles went up. We were rolling there when the going got tough. We were rocking for the Moscow girls. We were rolling for the Western world. Mr. Romanov burnt his steak. Sleep tight, your Air Force is awake. Vladivostok rock. Rockin' with the Romanovs. Vladivostok rock. Rockin' with the Romanovs. We rock. We rock. We rock. We rock. We rock.
Vladivostok Rock. Golden Calgarians from Savage Love.
Hope you had a laugh, folks.
Savage.
What does it take to make it in Canada? What else do you need to do?
Well, if you know, tell us.
Okay, but you have a video out, right? You've toured twice now. You have 4 releases, right?
I think how you
4
make it
releases.
big, Brent, is you make it big in the States and Europe, and then you're automatically big.
You get a
here.
hit somewhere else and come back.
That's how we thought we'd be big in Calgary, is be big in the rest of Canada. So now if we're going to be big in Canada, we have to be big in the world. So.
Oh, but come on, there are prizes in Canada and things that can help you get recognized in Canada that you can still sort of aim for. Or else you can go for commercial airplay. Well, there are awards and recognitions and things like that you could go
Yeah.
for.
Yeah,
We
but
know our words,
the way
yeah.
the scene is now, it's splitting off in 2 different directions. You have the total commercial and your total independent, ultra noise and ultra.
We're right in the middle.
I don't know what I'd do if they gave me a Uno or a Juno or something.
Would it stunt your growth?
I think I don't know what I'd do. I'd cringe or something. It would
You'd
mean
cream
that
your pants.
your music is okay now. We're gonna play it on AM radio, and you're nice. I don't know. No
Well, I
prizes,
think
please.
to make it big in Canada, well, see, we
If they give
just,
me a pack of cigarettes,
we do
right
what
now,
we
it'd
do,
be okay,
right?
but
and we have to wait for everybody to catch up to us. So-
Maybe you just have to wait for AM radio to change.
Yeah, we have to wait for things to change.
yeah,
to
what
fit
till the
us,
end of the
'cause
century?
No.
You know, come on.
It's what we do, and it doesn't
True.
change. Like
It's changing quite a bit out in East. I noticed in Montreal now, and even Sham, they're playing like Jesus and the Mary Chain, and that are like good specials and Husker Du.
They just have to keep up to us, that's all.
All we
True,
have to do is
that's
keep
true. You
playing
guys
a
are
lot for
right ahead.
people live, and that will help.
This
a lot.
show's doing it.
Okay, let me tell people now. Well, I'll repeat this later on before I kick you out. But let me tell people now where you're going to be in the rest of this month. In Kitchener, the 26th of October, at the Back Door, and then in London on the 28th. Call the office.
hi, Big L.
Hi, Big Al.
And then in Toronto on Halloween night at Cameron House,
Yeah.
and at Beverly on the 2nd day of November.
That's my birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
happy birthday, Libra. Right?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay, then November
I
12th
don't
to
believe in
16th at the National Hotel in Calgary and University of Thunder Bay, somewhere in the first week of November, I think. Right? Or is that the second week
The
of
university.
November?
Yeah, we
Right.
don't know the date.
And Winnipeg, Saskatoon, dates in Edmonton, Vancouver, and Victoria still to be worked out and details to be ironed out there.
That's how we work, ragtag.
How did you
Well-
guys decide to serve yourselves up on video?
Gee, we've done a few cheapo videos from Cable
We
10
haven't
in
really thought about
Calgary.
that too much yet, really.
But you had stuff
It's-
on Much Music, didn't you?
No.
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 They were gonna play it, but then they asked me if I wanted it on, and I said no.
It wasn't a good video. It was good.
It was
but
good, had good ideas, but we just did it on a home unit.
We're
Yeah.
gonna try and make one in Toronto when we're back there, and in between all those dates you just mentioned, and maybe it'll work out. 'cause
Except,
we could
I'd
give
like
it
to
to him.
just say we would like to play Regina at the Beat, but
Yeah,
they
right.
Sure you
think, they
mean.
think we're too commercial for the place. So let's get political here.
Just shave your heads. You'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, so you have the new EP that came out this summer, Guitar
Yeah,
Pierce.
right.
You're pleased with it?
This is our best yet.
This is the closest to what we sound like live.
Yeah,
Magnum
see, the
opus.
big problem was live. We rock the town and blow up buildings, and people go nuts. But record, we don't do it this time. We hope.
First time across Canada.
Come on down! I was lying sick. I'm sick in the hospital bed. I was dying like quick. Headache inside my head. So they called in the doctor. He said, are you alright? I said, hey, doc, baby, gotta rock all night, night, night. This guitar curse. You better get the rock and roll blues, 'cause it's a guitar curse. You better get the rock and roll, nurse. Get that nurse for me. I wanna rock and roll in King Tut's tomb. I wanna raise the dead, bring 'em back with rock and roll tune. Way the rock and roll earth. It's Guitar Curse. You better get the rock and roll. Get that down for me.
Guitar Curse from the EP of the same name, put out by the Golden Calgarians.
That's me.
Jeff Smith, Doug Smith, Bruno, and Dave DeGrood are the men themselves. And if you are not lucky enough to live in a city such as Calgary, which has 4 independent record stores, then you can write to the Golden Calgarians management, care of Jeffrey Smith, Golden Rock Productions, number 212-525 Seymour Street, Vancouver, BC, and the postal code is V6B3H7. That's the management of Golden Calgarians.
Or else even 936 Station M, Calgary. That's our post office box.
What can they get from you there?
Anything they want. Except money.
So the record's available above board record stores in Canada, though.
Yeah, Psych Industries in Montreal is distributing for us here, and maybe Zulu or Greenfuse in Vancouver if we're lucky.
But you haven't released Guitar Curse in Calgary yet, have you?
It's just out. We just got it at the airport today.
You're keeping them waiting out there.
We're not sure if we're gonna release it.
Hey, we finally got something that's really hot.
Yeah,
See how you like this one.
I don't know. All they ever want to help do there is design the guest list. Why should we give them the record?
Well, listen, people of Calgary, if you want to hear Guitar Curse, you can listen to it on Brave New Waves.
Yeah.
So become part of our regular rotation.
This is our long-distance telephone line to the world right now.
I love you, Karen.
I love you, Alan.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom, too.
I'm going to let you guys go.
You're going to kick us out right now?
Let me just tell people listening where they can find you again, okay? Kitchener, 26th of October at the back door. London on the 28th at Call the Office. And in Toronto on the 31st of October. And the 2nd of November at Cameron House on the 31st. And Beverly.
Can I just say something before we go here, Brent?
Go right ahead, Bruno.
Yeah, baby, we were in Vancouver. We were playing there, the Techno Pop Queens. They threw us out of town, but we busted loose. We hit Calgary. They hate us there all the time. They chained down the boys, had me in a straitjacket. We hit Saskatchewan in the dust.
right.
In the
Play
dust
for the
bowl.
Crickets.
That's right. We hit Winnipeg. We busted loose again. Now we're down Toronto. Now we're down Montreal. And this is what I feel like, baby.
Now play that tune.
No, play that. Play that.
Well,
Calgarians from the EP Guitar Curse released in 1985, I Feel Like. And the Calgarians are Jeff Smith, Doug Smith, Bruno on vocals, and Dave DeGrood on bass. Rude on bass. Rude on bass. Rude on bass. Rude